Hi there, students. Anecdoche. Okay, I had a request to make a video about this word, and before you say, hey, this isn't in the dictionaries, it isn't in the dictionaries. There's a guy who wrote a dictionary of obscure sorrows, and this is a person who's trying to invent neologisms, invent new words for new situations. Let's see, I understand anecdoche as a mixture of the word an anecdote and synecdoche. An anecdote is a short real life story about something that happened, and synecdoche is a way of speaking where you refer to part of something as the whole. So for example, all hands on deck. Hands. Okay, the hands are the mariners, the sailors, all sailors on deck. Or Downing Street has issued a statement. Downing Street meaning the government, the British government. And this is the idea of synecdoche, is talking about a part of something which stands for the whole. Therefore, to me, anecdoche is a story, an anecdote that starts to stand for the whole of something. So, for example, if the meme of the Loch Ness Monster was the only thing people thought about when they referred to Scotland, that would be anecdoche. Or, for example, this question of transgender. If you boiled all of this down to which toilets should a transgender person use, the male or the female, this again would be anecdoche. There is far more to this question than just which toilet should this person be using. But very often in society, issues are reduced to something very limited, and this is the idea, almost reducing something to an urban legend. The army needs more rifles. Do they mean rifles or people with rifles? Okay, so an anecdoche is a single story that becomes the accepted truth for a particular issue. It's something that stands in. There was a nice example in Quora about the photo of from the Vietnam War of this little girl being burned by napalm, and that became an anecdoche of the Vietnam War. This was the whole thing, and that I think is the idea of anecdoche, is where one anecdote or one story becomes the defining factor, or the defining thing that defines a whole subject, which is in reality much more complicated than that. If when we think about COVID, if all we think about is being forced to wear masks, this again is an anecdoche, where everybody had to wear a mask. Yes, but the whole thing is much more complicated than that. But it's been reduced to, oh my gosh, what a problem, we have to wear masks. It's something that's almost, to me, that becomes rather ridiculous. Let's see. The inventor of this word says that it's a conversation where everybody is talking but nobody is listening, and they're all borrowing other people's bits of other people's anecdotes. Now this definition I don't really understand, but I think anecdoche as a story or an anecdote that becomes the defining reality for something that is actually much wider and much broader, I think is a good definition of anecdoche. So, anecdoche.